If you've ever been to the Dark Thicket, you'll see many players going around and breaking trees, all in the hopes they can become a part of the 0.01% of players who have Foraging 50. And one person out of those 0.01% of players is me. We did it, boys. We got Foraging 50 and are ranked 121 out of 5 million players. And ever since I got the achievement of Foraging 50, many people have begun to ask me how I got it, tips, tricks, and what to do, and everything in the sort. And because so many people seem to be interested in foraging now and want to know how to do it the best, I decided I'll make a complete guide on how I got Foraging 50 in a month. Remember to subscribe and like the video if it actually helped you, because if I get more subscribers and likes, I know that you guys enjoy this type of content, and I'll continue to make more Skyblock content. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna need for foraging is Decapitator. Everyone knows this. Just get yourself a Decapitator and that's done. Then you're gonna need your set, so Young or Wise are the only two sets I recommend. No other sets are really worth it except Young and Wise. Some people say Crystal, but not really. And if you don't have God Pots, wear it with the Farmer Boots. Basic. If you do, wear it without the Farmer Boots, because that will get you over the speed cap, so you can get over 400% speed and actually get 500% speed. Then you're gonna want your Aspect of the End, because you're going to have the Aspect of the End around the islands. And then what wood do you use? So there's 3 woods I recommend. It's Dark Oak, Acacia, and Jungle. So Dark Oak, by far best XP. No, not a doubt anything is better than it for XP. People say Acacia, nah, it's not better than Dark Oak, but it is pretty decent. But that's only if you're the only one in the lobby. That's what it makes Acacia decent. If someone else is doing Acacia, instantly leave. It will not be even close to Dark Oak at that point. Dark Oak, if there's 1 or 2 people, you can actually profit in XP, even if there's 2 people, and you'll still get a pretty good chunk of XP. Then Jungle, that's where you use the Wise. You almost have to use the Wise if you use Jungle, because of the trees and how far apart they are. But then you just Aspect of the End to the other tree and break it, and it actually gives good money, because of Dark Oak's price is around half of Junglewood price in some cases, so makes Junglewood really profitable compared to it. So I'd use Junglewood if you want money, and for a good amount of time I actually did Junglewood, so you should actually try it as well if you're looking for money, because I used to do foraging for money, and then I got pretty high leveled and I was like, okay, let me just get Foraging 50. So those are what words you should use. The next thing you'll need is just foraging pots. So you're gonna need foraging pots, haste pots, and I recommend rabbit pot as the third one, because it gives a good mix of jump boost and speed, because you can only have the pots on you. So if you're drinking pots, so you can get the potion affinity artifact, and maybe if you have the parapet effect. So that is why I use rabbit instead of rabbit and speed, because I can only have 1 pot on me when I drink them, and I think rabbit is a better, like, in overall is a better pot over using speed. So here you can see my foraging pots, and they're around 40-45 minutes, and this is how I get them up. Here is pretty simple. Basically all you have to do is you go and get yourself a redstone lamp and just put it on level 1 pots, and it will level it up to a level 3 pot, as well as give it 45 minutes. Well, that's for me, an alchemy 50 player, but if you have an alchemy 25 player, but an alchemy 50 player will get it to around 54 minutes. So that's why, if you can, get someone to brew it for you, because that's what I used to do. And if you have someone nice in your guild that will do it, I really recommend asking them, because it's really worth the around extra 10 minutes, but then because you're drinking it, it's around an extra 20 minutes, which is actually pretty good when you're doing foraging for a long time. Then what you're going to need is haste and rabbit. So quick thing about haste and rabbit, don't make it really long. You just need rabbit 5. I didn't get anything higher, and then rabbit and haste 3 is always fine. You don't need anything higher. I don't even know if haste 4 does anything. So yeah, just use haste 3 and rabbit 5, and never use the enchanted redstone block. Just use enchanted redstone dust and make a mass amount of them, and you can get a lot of bang for your buck, because you don't have to spend that much money, and you get a lot of time just do a bunch of different potions. And that's what I did to get from foraging 40 to 50. I just did a bunch of 20-minute pots, and it adds up pretty well when you're using potion affinity artifact. And the last thing you're going to need is a pet. So this is the pet I have. It's level 1, but that's because I sold my other one and I just wanted it for the pet score, so I got it back. That's the only reason I have an ocelot pet. But what I recommend is, if you're going for fast money and you don't want to have a big grind to foraging, I easily recommend that you get a level 100 ocelot, epic ocelot. Just get it because it's really worth the amount of money you get from selling one, which is around 10 mil, and it's been pretty stable for a long time. Even after the update, it stayed at around 10 mil. So get your epic ocelot to level 100 and sell it for 10 mil. And I sold my level 100 legendary ocelot for around 25 mil, which is pretty good. But I'd say level 100 for an epic ocelot and 10 mil is also pretty good. And then sometimes it can actually be better. And the price has mostly gone down for the legendary because the ability kind of sucks now, and it gives XP from trees, which is why my experience level is so high. But mainly that's the only reason that the price has gone down. And other than that, your ocelot pet is the only pet for you to use, and you don't really need to use any other pet. The monkey pet is also decent, but it's mostly for higher level foraging players who are starting to look for more money instead of actually XP. And I'd still recommend ocelot even over monkey pet, unless the legendary monkey pet has like some crazy ability that we don't know about. I'd always recommend you getting an ocelot pet, and probably a foraging XP booster obviously as the pet item, so you can get more taming XP. The final thing is, whenever I'm foraging, people ask me, why? How do you do it? How do you not stop yourselves from literally going insane by just foraging? How do you actually stay sane while foraging and actually entertain yourself while foraging? So because of the amount of people who have asked this question, I've decided I will tell you, and I'll do a quick like digital setup guide on how I keep myself entertained when doing foraging. Okay, so now we're actually on my desktop, and I'm going to do a quick guide on how I set up my game so it's actually like fun to forage. So first, what you're going to do is hopefully get Opera, but you can also get a picture-in-picture extension from the Chrome Web Store if you're using Google Chrome. But I recommend using Opera because in general it's a better browser, and it's pretty easy to do the picture-in-picture with it, as it's just built in, like right here. And then what you're gonna need is this Win Explorer. So I'll put a link for it in the description, but if you want, you just search up Win EXP into Google and it'll be the first result, and then you click download right here and run it, and this is what will come up. So you'll see this, and this is what will come up when you open that. And first, make sure your Minecraft is open like this. So if it isn't open like this, it won't work. So right now you can see this one bar here, and most people have this bar here down as well. But if you just go to taskbar settings and you scroll down a bit, it will actually automatically hide taskbar in desktop mode. So that means whenever you bring your mouse close, it will bring it up, but once it's not close, it will hide it, which allows you to get a bit more screen real estate while staying in windowed mode. But if this bar right above annoys you, this is what my next thing is helping for. So if you see, I right click this, it becomes into a little like picture, and I can actually open Minecraft and I can move in Minecraft while the video is playing, which is pretty sick. So then let's pause the video and put it back. But you still have this bar here, and this bar is kind of annoying. So what you do is after you open this program, you want to go and click on your Minecraft. So because I'm using Badline, it'll be under Badline Minecraft Client. So when you see it here, you want to first open Minecraft, so it's like that, because then it won't work. And then what you want to do is, sometimes it won't work like here, so you refresh it, and yeah, now these checks are and everything are here. So first you want to turn these to 0 and 0, then this should be 1920, and then this should be 1080. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to go to style. Here you'll go and you'll unclick all of these ones. So boom, 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 and you'll see that it will like glitch out a bit, but then if you close it, your game is fine. Now your game is full screen, but it technically is a window. Even though you're getting all your screen real estate, the game is technically not full screen, which actually allows you to click on this, bring this video out, and then open your game. So now you don't have that annoying bar at the top, but you can also watch your video. So you can play the video, I have it muted right now, and you can just do foraging while watching a video, and you'll have nothing different about your game except a video in the corner. And that's pretty awesome, and it's what allowed me to not destroy myself when foraging for multiple hours a day. Well, if you guys enjoyed that video, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe so I can continue to make more Skyblock content, and I'll see you in the next video.